So with all that, you're modeling, you're going to school, graduate. Where'd you graduate in your class?
I got valedictorian.
Valedictorian.
Actually, I was co-valedictorian with David Olive. I have to give him credit.
That's a good footnote in history for him. He's glad he's co-valedictorian with you. And you get a scholarship to go to Northwestern.
Yes.
Great school.
Yes.
Very competitive, going to the big city. And you select a very easy major. What was it?
Chemical engineering.
Chemical engineering.
Well, I could get a scholarship, and that's why I chose it, really. It was like they needed girls in engineering, and my family did not have money to send me to Northwestern, so they told me if I went into engineering, I could get a full ride, which was great. And I was like, okay. So it was like chemical, physical, or some other kind of engineering. I was like, well, I like chemistry. And that's how I ended up in chemical engineering. I'm still not sure what a chemical engineer does to this day, so.
Neither are we. It doesn't matter. And can you talk about the experience, you know, as a Chem E major, you have to take calculus. And can you talk about that experience and how that sort of defined your outlook on life?
Yes. Well, fortunately for my generation, the generation before me and 2 generations before me of women, they worked so hard for women to have equal rights. So I grew up, I never felt like I had to prove that I was as good as the boys. I just felt like I was. I didn't have to prove that. And I kind of got through my whole high school feeling that way. And then I had taken calculus in high school, but then when I went to Northwestern, I was like, I'm just going to retake it because I didn't want to have, I was like, I'll take one easy class. Well, just because I'd taken it already. So I said, I'll take one easy class and then have my other classes hard. And I was modeling at the time, and I remember I missed like the midterm, the calculus midterm. And so the professor had me take it in his office like the next day. And I got 100% on it, and he accused me of cheating. And it was, and also when I walked into his class the first day, he said to me, honey, I think you're in the wrong class. And it was the first time I felt, wow, I'm being judged by the way I look. And there's a lot of perks that have come with the way that I look. I mean, I've built a whole career on it. But there's also that side where people make assumptions about you because of the way you look. And that was jarring to have that experience in college. But I think, and we talked about this the other day, now that I'm much older than that, I have learned how to play the game. There's still times where I know that if I'm saying the same thing that, let's say, my business partner who's a man is saying, and Ben, you know what I'm talking about, it gets heard in a very different way. So what do? I have a male business partner who can be that voice for me. Sometimes I need that. And then I get to, sometimes, you get to take advantage of the way, that sometimes I can just play, you can take advantage of the way people treat you that way too. I can kind of just pretend I don't get it or whatever. So you learn how to work the system, and it's not fair. But instead of spending your whole life fighting, I guess what I've chosen to do is just figure out how to work my way through that, so that, and it's just fine. It's just, sometimes it's a little annoying, but you work it out.